Hello, we're live. Welcome to Filling and
Hi,
Read the
Carl.
News, episode 76. You may wonder where 75 went. There was doxing on the chat, so we had to remove that, unfortunately.
It's in the vault of not going to be seeing the light of day
Sorry.
ever again forever.
They got doxed again. I missed that part. He got doxed. It was Pumpkin, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like some retard that
Galaxy
thinks he's
Horror.
all king shit, even though he's a retard.
Fair enough.
Who did in the chat? We have Blood Girl, who probably fails to click the like button. Which,
Little's there too.
Welcome, people. And Rosie. Hello, Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
Yeah,
Hey, Rosie. Hey,
I
Rosie.
forgot that Rosie has reappeared into the light of day again.
She reappeared yesterday.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, "Woo, Rosie! She's done being a vampire and like avoiding socialization and natural daylight. Woohoo!"
She's alive. Alright, moving on to me. Let's talk for more less serious stuff. I'm back to myself again, yeah, so that's good to hear. Mountains of rubbish. Stunned second landlord after manky tenant vanishes leaving filthy house. Hello, Math Queen. Oh, God's glass earlier, that's always
Hey,
good.
Math Queen.
Shock pictures of piles of empty booze bottles next to a stack of old newspapers. Used cans of dog food. Fucking hell, man. Like, what was I gonna do? Like, fucking go for a world record or something? And Cryptic says penis because Cryptic loves penis. Oh, crap, is there.
Penis!
You know, how the fucking, I think that's beyond cruel keeping a dog in that, isn't it? I mean,
Oh, yeah. That's disgusting.
fucking monkey code. This is unbelievable. Domestic create a landlord when he entered the house after the tenant left. Show pictures of piles of empty alcohol bottles and cans making up almost the entire room. A wall of newspaper and a bag of filth left stacked high in the bathroom. What am I so like, fucking hell? Does there ever come a point where you just think, I'm going to clean my toilet? Because clearly that guy, he didn't get that memo, did he? Like, fucking hell.
Hoarders, man. It's a disorder.
Yeah, but, I mean, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get like hoarders, man. It's not their fault. They were just born that way. It's a mental disorder. I mean, if you have a clean and tidy place, you're privileged.
If you have a housekeeper, so it's easier.
It doesn't resolve me of all responsibility, let me tell you.
She won't need one when you rock up, mate. You'll be doing all the work.
Nah.
Okay.
Not fun one with the job, no. That's not fair.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you, don't worry.
Hey, we're not going to go down this road again.
Not this early, anyway. Not this early. Sorry.
We're not going to get down this road where I remind you that I have kidney failure and monthly blood transfusions. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Yep. Back to
But
the
I
news.
wasn't working, so therefore you could at least clean the house.
I'll do my best.
Oh, great start. Have you missed me, Scotsman? Sorry.
I remind you that the responsibility of dating a sick person comes with great responsibility.
So does being a housewife, clearly. Yeah.
You guys are jerks.
You love it.
I just think it's unfair if someone should work 12 hours a day and expect to clean their house. What's the fun in that? It makes sense he's black. You're not black, you're Asian. Yeah. Sludge in the old toilet roll can be seen coming out of the toilet bowl. Like fucking, he could have at least cleaned his own fucking. Where the fucking hell did this guy go for a shit? I don't know.
All right, am I back?
Yeah.
Yep, you bet.
Okay.
As if it wasn't bad enough, he used tins. He used tins, dog food, cans for a mini hill in the corner. Ryan Simon says his mum, who owns the house in Cardiff, Wales, of course it's in fucking Wales, broke down in tears when confronted with the astonishing chappy. If you've never seen my skin, fuck nugget. I've seen your face, Cryptic. Oh. Ryan says it's the only property she owns. So basically, the guy rented the house of his mum and then just left it in this fucking state.
Hey, Green.
Sorry I'm late. Stupid dude
Hey,
didn't
Green.
notify me.
Oh,
What
that's
up?
okay. Scotty didn't notice anyways.
That's because I'm busy reading the fucking article. That's why.
Also, I heard something about a house in Wales. Though I knew a guy who lived in a Wales once. That cricket he kept was annoying.
It probably was annoying because he lived in Wales.
Never mind.
He claims his tenant vanished, leaving him to find the house turned into a tip. Well, I hope they took his fucking dog away though, because the dog to live in that's just cruel. Well, I said 3 people vomited when they stepped inside the property. I'm not surprised. Property is close to a home where a woman found living in squalor among 4 dead cats in 2018. Jesus fucking Christ, so much. Yeah, I agree. It's so filthy. Fleas were jumping out the front door, and piles of feces were blocking the back door. Fucking hell.
That's nasty.
Fleas have a right to live too.
Yeah, but not inside your own fucking house.
Well, hopefully not, but fleas have a right to live too.
Fuck fleas.
They do.
I feel like I don't want to live in a fucking house where I think there's a potential chance I could die every time I walk into it. I'd rather not.
Noted.
Well,
Noted.
yeah.
You know what? See, fleas have a good purpose. They could entertain people with the flea circus while you're looking for more news articles that you stashed.
But
Be like, please don't tell me your cat has fleas.
No. But you
Yeah.
could.
Mine do. I'm trying to get rid of them. Anyone want some fleas?
No thanks.
Scotty does.
Yeah, you can say
Feed the cats garlic.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to do that.
Conservative students threatened with dosing at Texas college. An Austin, Texas student group has threatened incoming freshmen they will post their public information if they join a conservative club on campus. Because as we know, conservative is bad.
Hey, Pumpkin,
Yeah.
didn't Texas used to be about 80% conservative?
Texas used to be deep, dark red.
Yeah. What happened to it?
Some parts are purple.
Immigrants.
People ran away honestly, a good part of Texas or California transplants. That's kind of what happened when everybody started running away from California. They started going to places like Arizona, Texas.
Yep. Fair enough.
Not realizing and that they moved somewhere and started advocating for the exact programs that made them move to begin with.
Yeah.
I thought
Pretty
Doc
stupid.
stood for something. Sorry, never mind.
And we mean like it's an accurate.
Yeah, I thought it was an acronym.
I don't think it is.
What?
I might be just being stupid.
Yeah, the Autonomous Student Network,
What?
which was previously
What's an acronym? I missed it.
Doxing or docs.
I don't think
the
so.
Autonomous,
Mm-mm.
the Autonomous-
Apparently not. I've looked into it. No.
Oh, Jeffrey Alibert docs something in programming. I don't know, we're talking about programming. Yeah, enjoy your wrench anyway. You won't be able to use it, but enjoy it nonetheless.
Oh shit.
The Autonomous Student Network was previously suspended on Twitter from doxing supporters of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. The nomination process is now threatening similar action to University of Austin, Texas Oxford freshman who joins a group like Young Conservatives or Texas or Turning Point USA. Someone told me that a while back. I haven't heard of it. The article, previous article, featured photos of conservative student leaders with their photos posted along with personal information about them, including phone numbers and emails, labeling them as dangerous and accusing them of harassing professors, infiltrating student groups, and rigging student elections. Your name sounds Dutch. No, it doesn't sound druggish enough to be Dutch. But you can tell with like Dutch names that they take a lot of drugs.
Oh,
And Rosie, you can't get offended by that because you do nothing to debunk that stereotype. And if you begin to spot young racists trying to join YUV or TPUSA, send us a tip and we can keep reports up to date. Because, rather than debate them, you just dox them instead so they can then be harassed. Good lads. Good lads. Political discourse in the modern day, isn't it great?
yep.
Lawrence Jones, a contributor to Campus, Fox News contributor on Campus Reform. Thanks to Green Fund never shown the Streamlog. Editor-in-Chief told Fox and Friends Tuesday, warning it's just typical behaviour on college campuses that needs to be punished. I agree. I know, Rosie, I'm just making sure.
Sure.
What do you call blind girl princess?
Wait, what?
Green Fund calls you a princess.
Because I am a princess. Good job, Green.
Actually, until he spells it correctly, he called you princess,
Oh, well.
as in
it's
more than
still
one
royalty,
prince.
So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while. I just can't be asked. I just didn't want to break him on it.
That's okay. I'm still royalty, so good job, Green. You're the best.
How are you royalty?
Because I am.
I feel like you're way too there to be royalty.
Nope. I am a princess.
She's a royal.
I'm okay with that too.
Nothing. Nobody.
You cut out, to be honest.
I feel like if you're a princess, you wouldn't be living on ramen noodles every day.
Yeah. Royal ramen noodles.
Yeah, very specially prepared on the. You'll get on cook and stuff.
I was trying to talk to you all while muted. I meant to ask you if that was okay, and then it sounded like I wasn't because Trucker responded with the whole "I spelled princess wrong."
You did?
Does it need another? Does it just need another S? Because I'm confused.
Yeah.
I just spell it. I have to look at it how you spell it. Did you get,
I think it's another S, yeah.
yeah, 2 S's.
Yeah, the
I'm a
Texas
pretty princess nonetheless.
But is that okay for you, Scotty?
Who cares if it's okay for him?
No, I mean help get Scotsman to Canada.
Yeah. I have to have a queen on my own girlfriend. No?
I don't need your
Well-
approval to be a princess.
I said you're pretty, but I wouldn't call you a princess. Well, what?
But yeah,
Nothing.
oh yeah, that means you didn't hear me say blind girl called herself a princess one time, so I just quickly changed it.
Because I am
I
a
didn't say you're-
princess.
I said you're pretty.
Scotty's in a perpetual state of denial.
It's a great river.
I did say you were pretty though.
Thank you. But still, I'm a pretty princess.
Which mean I'm a prince,
Sure, if you want to be, I guess.
wouldn't it?
Ooh, wait.
And I'd rather be a king.
Do you know Jareth?
Which would be fucked, is it?
Or do
Actually,
you know
no,
a
that's
Jareth?
not how it works. If I was the queen and I married you, I could leave your title at prince if I wanted to. Kind of like how your queen did it. But it doesn't work
You mean
the
your
other way
queen, who is
around.
also your. You mean our queen, who is also. You mean our queen, because she's also your queen.
Well, yeah, whatever. But, like, you know what I mean? But if a king marries a woman, it automatically makes her a queen. But if a queen marries a man, she can choose to keep him at the same status as she met him as.
Really?
Yep.
She's gonna be a dick and just be like, I'm not gonna make him king.
Well, that's what our queen did. She left him at prince.
I know, but. And if you died and we didn't have any kids, then that means I'd become the king then, wouldn't it?
Nope. You'd still
By
stay
default.
prince.
Surely by default, I'd be the next second in line, wouldn't I?
Nope. Because I would have a will. So you don't automatically get it unless I say you do. That's how it works.
Then I guess like Jack or Fawn would become like king or queen or something then.
Well, if I named them that, then yeah. See, you don't even know how your own monarchy works. Jeez.
Fair enough to figure it out.
And now that you know how sexist it is, yay on you.
And hello, straight said male.
Hi, Princess Belle. I'm a pretty princess.
You know, she's 32, folks. $32.
Are we going to get to the news?
33, actually.
Y'all keep doing that. I actually got to go get the mail.
Oh, good. I can finally read the fucking news about you interrupting me. It's been fun there. Point out that the Texas government, Texas Gov, Greg Abbott, President Donald Trump are both taking sides to defend free speech on college campuses. It's all about the money all these universities get. Some federal Fuzz Jones said, take it away, you'll guarantee you'll get that attention. More than likely, yeah.
Best way to do it.
Spokesperson
Sorry.
Shilpa Bakri told campus reform doxing. The doxing group is not a campus group. Good. What was so funny?
No way station for trucker.
Students should never be targeted or face harassment for their affiliations, political beliefs, or any other reason. Bakir said. The anonymous group behind this doxing is not affiliated with the university. It is not a registered student group and should not be present itself in that way. As they did last fall, university police are continuing to work to ensure safety of any students targeted. Students and monitor for any potential actions. Yeah, don't dox people.
No.
Doxing bad.
Doxing bad, sharing and liking good, and subbing. We need more people.
Yeah, there we go.
We need more people in this stream. Moving on. All hail the whale, we hail the whale. Husband through sex, drugs, and rock and roll death party for sick wife as she died.
All right.
Good way to go out.
Well, there's by that picture of him, there's definitely drugs involved.
That's fucking the way, isn't it?
There's definitely drugs in his life.
He's having a good time. That's all that matters.
That son bitch kissed the real world goodbye decades ago.
Kind of like the Dutch.
Oh shit.
A husband admitted throwing a sex, drugs, or rock and roll party, field death party for his wife before killing her. Dwayne Johnson, 50,
Oh, he killed her.
pleaded
Sorry.
guilty to criminal neglect in court. Hearing Monday is set to spend 3 years in jail for killing his wife, Deborah, 69, in January this year. Really? Really?
I didn't think that's the way the story was going to go, the way it was written in the headline.
Third degree murder charges were dropped as part of a plea deal during the hearing in New Elm, Minnesota. Durham County Prosecutor Charles Hanson said after this, we feel the outcome serves the best interest of justice. Johnson, who's gurning in his mugshot, generated worldwide interest as after Phil Dead was wished to have the most hedonistic party before dying. He did what his wife told him to do, though. So I guess you can't say the guy's the bad guy in this. I mean, he did fulfill his wife's wishes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I think someone's just getting taken over again. Jesus fuck! Look at those notifications go. Oh, as long as it's not mine. I said I got to check if it is mine, just in case. Because we're very professional on this stream, as we know.
The best.
No, it's not mine. We're good. We're good. Right. He threw her from the nursing home where she was treated for chronic diabetes and mental health issues before bringing her home for the 5-day-long bash. So I think you're right. This isn't a bad way to go out, is it?
No.
If you're gonna go out this worst way, like fuck it, rather than die slowly, you may as well just have one fucking last absolute fucking brilliant party and just die that way. Johnson smoked crystal meth, blasted out heavy metal music, banned Quiet Riot, and had sex after Deborah asked her partner to make love to her. She died around 90 minutes after having sex with her husband, the South Minnesota News reported. They're not the worst ways to go out.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't have felt it too. Like, would have been so high on drugs. It wouldn't have been painful, if you know what I mean.
This guy's playing go post the princess emoji.
When they were blasting rock and roll, if AC/DC Highway to Hell was not on that playlist, they did it wrong.
Oh damn.
Then again, we stopped taking her medication and began convulsing with Johnson holding her hand as she slipped away. Because I don't know why he's getting charged for this, though. I mean, she wanted this.
Yeah, but just because someone wants it doesn't mean. Depends, you know.
Wait, was it done properly? Like she's terminally ill? I missed some of it.
Well, she was terminally ill, but then she decided she wanted to go just having a fucking massive party. And so that's why.
Well, that sounds like a Kevorkian done right.
Exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good way to go. Yeah. After
I'm
Deborah
thinking
died,
very Joker on that one. If you got to go with a smile.
Yep.
After Deborah died, Johnson called 911. Deputies from Brown County Sheriff's Council found the words "death parade." Sick God hell sprayed on his front door. He then appeared naked in the doorway and yelled, "My wife is dead upstairs." Asked about why he was naked. Johnson said, I need to wash this stuff off me.
Damn.
He said, small black and white objects were pouring out of his skin. Nice. Cops found them wrapped tightly in a grey sheet. Or Johnson telling the cops he wanted to prepare for death like the Bible told him to. I'm pretty sure the Bible didn't tell you to go out and for it to die having sex, though, did they? I mean, I don't have Mark being still around, but I seriously think the Bible says that.
Death by Snoo Snoo. I don't think I've read that passage in the Bible.
Well, I also
Do what
believe
now?
that euthanasia is also not endorsed by the Bible.
Yeah, this isn't really euthanasia, though, is it? She wanted to do this.
That's euthanasia. Wanting to die and somebody assisting you and do it is euthanization or assisted suicide, and I believe they are condemned by the Bible.
Yeah, but so they had a fucking 5-day party.
I still prefer the term Kevorkian.
They had a 5-day party.
Okay, I still think that the Bible probably calls it what it is, regardless if it was a party or not. I think my statement still stands.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have a 5-day party and die.
Yeah, but again, the Bible still calls it assisted suicide or euthanasia. It's still a sin. So I highly doubt God endorsed any of it.
Thompson was later found to have 47 guns in his home, many of which were stolen. He'll be sentenced on the 12th of August. But again, he didn't do anything wrong.
Well, except for the stolen guns. I'm fine with that owning a lot of guns, but them being stolen is not good.
Morally, he
And
did
him
nothing
not
wrong,
doing
but
anything
by
wrong
law.
is subjective, by
Then
the
people
way.
fix likes we can do bad, no?
Yeah. Morally, like you said, he didn't really do anything wrong, but by the law, assisted suicide would be outlawed many places.
Yeah, and it's also subjective too if he did anything wrong or not. That's a subjective statement.
So, I mean, technically, it was his wife. I mean, he did take his wife out of the nursing home.
Yeah.
And help by liking shenanigans disguising, I agree. And if you have the money, donate to the team labs.
You know, yeah, if you have the money, donate to my Streamlabs because everybody always gives Scotty donations on my stream. So
I gave you $5 earlier, you cunt.
that's it.
Oh, damn it! I knew there was something I wanted to do with when you shared your address. I actually have $9 Canadian.
Oh.
Should have sent that to you.
Wait a minute, Scott. You're saying that since you gave me $5 today, I'm not allowed to show my Streamlabs on your stream, even though you get donations on my stream? Am I not allowed to do that now just because you gave me $5?
I'm just saying you shouldn't complain about it when I gave you money.
I wasn't complaining about it. I was just shilling my Streamlabs.
And give away more money as long as you give me more money.
Ooh, there would be the biggest joke I could ever tell. Me getting a Patreon.
Restaurant Finance, he says Democrats' $15 minimum wage would put him out of business. Because as we know, minimum wage laws are fucking retarded. By raising the minimum wage, you only put up the prices of your goods and services.
Not even just say they can't afford to keep as many people on either, so you're not going to. You'll lose jobs as well.
Exactly. So what you're doing is you're putting more lower skilled workers out of work, which
Basically,
makes them worse off. In Restaurant Finance, he made an impassioned argument again Tuesday against the last push for the $15 minimum wage, saying it would force them to fire employees and put them out of business. Lonnie Fox, who owns a restaurant group, maintains hookers locations in Florida and Alabama. For a recent op-ed for the Wall Street Journal that he is panicked over Democratic lobbying for a higher minimum wage. He told Fox and Friends on Tuesday that his employees already make more than minimum wage with tips. A policy called tip credit. It's like minimum wage jobs were not meant to be career jobs, though, were they? They were meant to be jobs you did when you were still at school or college or whatever.
Or if you have no
I will
skills.
say something great happens when the price of minimum wage goes up to 15. Some McDonald's don't have you talk to people ever.
Oh,
You get to
okay.
order via kiosk.
That's not a great thing. That
Well,
means less people are
at this
working.
point, they could drop the minimum wage down, and they're not going to get rid of those kiosks at this point, which I'm fine with.
I'm not, because that means less people are working.
And you
They
can
do
find a
it.
job elsewhere.
They do it everywhere in supermarkets now. They self-serve checkouts. And that.
Just because you can get a job
Mhm.
elsewhere doesn't mean it's a good idea to strip people from their jobs because they don't have to pay a machine to do its work. Like, I still think that's probably as a whole a bad idea.
It is for
Especially
the.
in
I do
small
say
towns.
the loss of jobs is bad, but anytime I have to deal with less humans is good.
Well, in a small town, that can be a bad thing. A very, very bad thing.
Well, this is why you don't fucking push for high minimum wages then. Hearing that, leftist? Probably not, because you're always going to put your head in that sand and say, I want my feelings to debunk facts. I want my feelings debunked facts.
Be gone.
Yeah, like
bigots,
this
be
year.
gone.
This year they raised minimum wage to $14 an hour from $12, and the price of everything shot through the roof,
I'm not
along
surprised.
with the carbon tax at the same time.
And it probably meant it was harder for lower skilled workers to
Neither am
find jobs.
And you wonder why your cigarettes are $14 a pack.
Well, I don't wonder why.
saying.
I'm pissed, and they're actually $15 a pack. It's retarded.
I'll stop you.
I bet it also put fucking lower skilled workers out of work as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of employees are young, they're going to school, and they use this as flexible work hours to earn $20, $25, $28 an hour, folks said. It gives them the ability to work and stay in school, but if I lose the tip credit, my labor will increase 100%. Yeah, and that's the thing, that's what minimum wage jobs are, aren't they, really?
Or if there's no other, you could be a skilled worker and they just don't have anybody hiring, and you have to work it because that's all there is.
Yeah, but like nobody views it like as a career, like a proper career choice, though, do they?
Actually, my stepmother worked at a grocery store for 30 years now.
Was she making a minimum wage now?
Yep.
Well, she's making minimum wage for over 30 years. You think they'd at least be nice enough to give her a pay rise by now?
You'd think. I mean, they'll give you
No,
like
I don't
a
think.
50-cent raise every couple of years, but it's like it's still retarded.
How many chances has she had to? How many chances has she had to advance in that job?
I don't know.
Different position.
Not very many because they're unionized. The grocery store is unionized, and it's all about seniority. And people in Empire live to be fucking forever age. So even though she's been working there 30 years, she doesn't get much. She only just got full-time status like last year because it's seniority based.
At one point, at what point does she draw the line and say, if she's still working for minimum wage after 30 years, that's her problem?
Because she's one of those people that is afraid of change. She's got psychosis. She's on lithium. There's nothing she really could do to get herself out of it, really. I'm actually kind of surprised she stayed stable this long to work it for 30 years. Once you've been doing something for 30 years and you're kind of set there, it's really hard to change, especially on lithium. It fucks you up.
Ooh, there's another fun metal that does not like air.
And I mean, in Empire, there's nothing, unless she goes back to school at the age of 50, which she's probably not going to do because her credentials are Bible college graduate. she's gonna have to start over in a minimum wage job, which means she'll probably be making less than what she has because of 50% or 50-cent raises, and she's not gonna have the seniority that she used to have. So there's really no
Okay.
benefit to her leaving.
Okay, so if she goes back to minimum wage, she's going to be making less than she is now, so she's not making minimum wage.
Well, she's making minimum wage, but she's gotten 50-cent raises every couple of years.
Then she's not making minimum wage.
Okay, but it's not much higher than what minimum wage is, anyways. I don't know the exact
And
amount,
she stayed in a very and she remained in that very low paying job
for 30 years. Yeah, in a small town, when you have job security like that, you stay.
Yeah. I'm from a small town, man. Half the town had to leave because there was no jobs.
Yep, half of Armpur had to leave because there was no jobs. Most of them will go and work in the city and then drive 40 minutes back home.
In my country town, it's 2.5 hours
Stopped.
away. We moved to the city because there was just no jobs there, man. So we had to move to the city.
What stopped her from doing that?
Fear of driving into the city, fear of trying to find
Hold
another
on,
job.
someone's taking over my Discord.
Yeah, someone's just someone's joined. There's a guy called Boom and laughed my ass off.
Yeah, he's
So ban the one that's called laugh my ass off. Because Boom hasn't done anything since they've been on.
yeah.
There you go.
Crap.
Well,
It's gone now though.
Oh,
Get rid of. I'd probably get rid of that laugh my ass off too.
anyway, too. What are you saying crap about? Nothing.
Oh, it's just because I keep getting this person spamming and it's freezing my cell phone.
Spammy
I'm
what?
now anyway.
Should be gone now anyway. Yeah.
Someone's spamming my Discord, so I just banned them.
There's this person named Boom, and they're just
Yeah, it's gone now anyway.
exactly,
Just click
but
on
it
it.
was like it was freezing my phone.
Yeah.
We're gone now anyway.
I'm a shitty mod.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm a shitty mod because I went to go,
I wish you were shitty mod.
my phone's like freeze. Freeze.
You're better mod than Chavik was. I modded Chavik and he ended up deleting his own mod state.
He deleted his whole channel by accident, remember? Well, he had to. But...
I realize we're trying to find an argument for what's stopping her from moving or what's stopping her, but sometimes it's not that easy.
Yeah. Fox said his friends. So Fox said his restaurant, like many others, are seasonal. I don't have a high profit margin. If a $15 minimum wage came into effect, there'd be no way. He said there'd be no way to raise prices to offset the costs. Because if we do that, someone else will go. They'll go elsewhere, and yeah. This is why minimum wages don't work.
No.
And also, should someone not have the right to say what their labour is worth?
They shouldn't, to be honest.
Like, if I don't work for £5 an hour, should I not have the right to work for £5 an hour? If that's my choice.
It is. But...
Some states have already introduced a new minimum wage, including New Jersey, California, Massachusetts, Maryland, and Illinois. A bill to raise the federal minimum wage to $15 is expected to advance in the House after the 4th of July recess. However, folks have ever said there's a bevy of problems for restaurateurs that come along with that. We can still have reduced tip credit, and we use tip credits to offset, and our girls are making more than that. He said, more than that now, he said. The big problem is you increase the costs in the FICA insurance, unemployment insurance, our medical insurance. All of that continues to go up as wages. He continued. Yeah, but leftists don't understand economics, so yeah.
Very true. They don't. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. They just don't get it.
Oh, yeah. They'd rather just try and go with a failed system.
Yep.
Something that's failed, fuck knows how many times. And yet,
Like they always say, capitalism is not perfect, but it's still the best they've ever done.
it's the only system that's ever proven to work on a long-term
Yeah.
basis.
Yep.
Because it's flawed, but every system is flawed.
Yep.
Every
Sure.
system is flawed. Yeah, there we go.
Is the chat frozen or is there no one here?
Oh.
No one's watching this.
All right, that explains the fire trucks on every overpass.
How do we prevent it? Google accused of plotting to stop Donald Trump re-election in 2020 after top exec was secretly recorded discussing plans. A senior Google exec has been secretly recorded appearing to suggest that the tech giant will try and stop Donald Trump being re-elected. Released by conservative group Project Veritas, the clip shows and the firm head of responsible innovation, Jen I, saying the company will try to prevent the next Trump situation.
Because Trump is a situation.
Yeah, of course it is. And so that's why they're going to stop conservative voices. So someone like Trump doesn't get elected again.
You ever notice how these exposés lately have been showing the tech giant executives acting exactly as they claim Trump to be acting?
Pretty much,
Aren't
Yeah.
most
That's
people
good.
like that?
Oh, you know,
It's
a
okay when
whole
you-
lot of projection.
It's okay when they do the rules for me and not for thee.
Mm-hmm.
Google is evil, yes they are. In response to the video, Ms. Jenny has insisted she was referring to online foreign interference, extra doubt, playing a role in future elections. Even
Even the seagulls are calling bullshit.
During the 2016 race, it is claimed that Russian-backed trolls spread anti-Hillary Clinton fake news on social media in a bid to disrupt the vote, which was debunked by the Miller report. So, yeah. Writing for media, Miss Jenny says she was duped into having a dinner with members of Project Veritas, who claim to be representing a program for young women of color in tech. Well, that's your fault for falling for her, then, isn't it?
Yeah, even if she did get duped, she still said what she said, didn't she?
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the video, she could be heard saying, "We all got screwed over in 2016." Again, it wasn't just us. It was the people that got screwed over. The news media got screwed over. Like everybody got screwed over. So we've rapidly been like, "What happened here? How do we prevent it from happening again?"
No, what happened was the person that was voted for president, y'all don't like, even though he's done nothing wrong. He's done great for this country. I still don't.
I wouldn't say he's
care
done
for him.
nothing wrong. I mean,
Like-
he's made mistakes. He's done things I disagree with. But
Nothing seriously wrong.
yeah,
Nothing to get him like arrested.
he's like the worst president they've ever seen.
Crap. Obama was. He was useless.
Hi, Cuban.
Hi,
Hey, Cuban.
Hi,
How you
Cuban.
been?
how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good.
Not mad, you.
Not bad.
You fucking goddamn Maryland cunt.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she also said we are also training algorithms like 2016 happened again, would the outcome be different? Mr. United defends the size of Google, claiming the tech giant has the resources to stop future election interference. Well, trying to interfere with an election, because that's what they're doing, isn't it? You know,
Yep.
while name checking Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren. She said Elizabeth Warren is saying we should break up Google. I'm like, I love her, but she's very misguided. Like that will not make it better. It'll make it worse because all these smaller companies who don't have the same resources like we do cannot be charged with preventing the Trump situation. Well, not should they be?
I love
It's
how
not
they.
to you.
Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
Why do you think it's like? Why do you think it's okay for them to dictate who should be president and who shouldn't be?
Exactly.
Because they're Google.
Sorry, Google are too fucking big, aren't they? Way too big.
Mm-hmm.
The other search engines, they come up with completely different top answers to what Google does.
Yeah, I was testing that the other night.
It's true though, isn't it?
Yes, like when
Yeah,
that
Google
whole
doesn't put porn anymore.
you-
Can't put porn on Google anymore. It's annoying.
it is.
Fucking Google. It's like a small company can't do that, but they shouldn't do that.
Nobody should tell anybody how to think or what to think.
I'll tell it to Google.
Yeah. I would love to.
Oh, they can listen to us right now. They can hear us. Google, you suck.
But thanks for letting us use your service for free. Oh shit.
In her response, the Google chief executive claims the money that the company is trying to alter 2016 election is absolutely unadulterated nonsense. Again, X'd it out on that one. She wrote, Public Veritas has edited the video to make it seem like I was a powerful executive who's confirming that Google is working to alter the 2016 election. I don't believe you. On both accounts, this is absolutely unadulterated nonsense, of course. Yeah, I'm sure it is. In the Council of National Standing, I was explaining how Trump's trust and safety team is working to Google's trust and safety team to prevent types of foreign interference that happened in 2016, which was already debunked. So why you?
Yep.
One, it's not your business to solve that, and two, it's not. It was already debunked. That didn't happen. So why are you even bothering?
Even if it did happen,
I know
if they're so big, how come they didn't stop it the first time? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. They're full of it.
Google has been very public about the work our teams have done since 2016. On this, so it's hardly a revelation. No, actually, I agree with that one, actually. This has been going on for a while. Project Veritas reports that Google Insider told them the firm uses machine learning fairness to address the algorithm unfairness. This influences how political stories are exaggerated. Documents leaked by the supposed source claims to show a liberal bias within how politics treated in the same way, but treated by the same search company. Yeah, you hide law stuff. That's why. The alliance company docs state, even when results are factually accurate, it may be able to consider how we might have slightly released a more fair and equitable state, like either product intervention or broader corporate social responsibility efforts. Again, how the fucking hell is this your job? This isn't your job, Google. Project Veritas is run by conservative activist James O'Keefe and has been criticized in the past for selectively editing videos and using clips containing statements which have been arranged for context. I sent online and post Google for comment, and I certainly just didn't comment. Yes, commenting was too hard for you, was it, Google?
I have noticed that anytime something controversial comes up with a Democratic liberal candidate or anything like that, the only thing the search engine pops up is all their positive attributes and what they're trying to like impose. Like it's never really the controversial stuff until like the 6th or the 7th like little link.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to research that Ilhan Omar thing with her brother, and all I could find is her and Bernie Sanders teaming up.
That's when you go to DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, something else.
Yes, exactly.
Start using that. Start using a different browser as well. I should also start using that. Jeremy Hunt refuses to rule out voting to toughen abortion law. Current leader candidate risks reigniting a row over the support for cutting the timeline for abortion to from 24 to 12 weeks. Which is something I actually agree with. I mean, 24 weeks is far too long.
It's over halfway.
Yeah, there are kids that have been born before 24 weeks and still survived to become healthy adults.
Yeah. Actually, 24 weeks. 24 weeks is third. Yeah, that's third trimester, right?
Yep. 24 weeks is my daughter.
Yeah, that's disgusting how they can abort that far in. Shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Canada, there are no abortion restrictions. You can abort whenever the fuck you want to.
You can abort as you fucking water
And it's paid for by OHIP.
You can still, like, so if you got pregnant in your waters, bro, you can still abort the
You
child.
can abort whatever you want. Yep. Whatever, whenever, no questions asked, and it's completely paid for by taxpayer dollars.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
I'm waiting for the law to change till the mother can do a post-birth abortion up to 18 years. Seems like they're going to push for that.
Yeah.
There are
Talk to
certain
the governor of
females I'll
Virginia
still
about
post
that.
on.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't, I can't remember what state it was, but law in America where, I know there's a thing in America where they tried to actually put it so like you could do it up until birth. Even if you had given birth, you could still kill the baby.
Yep. They have that in Canada already. They always have. They probably always will.
What?
Yep.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned that yet.
Doesn't New York have something similar, but not after? You can't do it just before. It has to be like
Yeah, I think New York has it up until the waters break, I believe.
something like
and
that. Yeah.
actually, any abortion survivors, so if you have an abortion and they come out alive, they are not obligated to save its life. They can leave it there on the table to die.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it is. That's infanticide.
Yep.
Agreed.
Jeremy Hunt has signaled he could support new legislation to toughen up the law on abortion. His comments was reuniting his criticism over his support for having legal abortion limit cut to 12 weeks. The Tory leadership candidate refused to rule out supporting a backbench MP's attempt to change the law. Because, being able to get your child is so controversial, isn't it? He insisted if he won leadership and became Prime Minister, he would not look to change the law as a matter of government policy. But instead, if he could support an individual Prime Member's bill which brought forward MPs on a backbench time in the Commons, Hunt said it would be a matter of consistent project stuff. I can't fucking read. As you probably guessed by now, 76 episodes in. In an interview with political editor Lauren Gissenberg, Hunt also suggested his rival and frontrunner Boris Johnson was not trustworthy enough to renegotiate the Brexit deal and was defending comments comparing the EU to the Soviet Union. Well, to be fair, the EU is very similar to the fucking Soviet Union. The EU is just another fucking Oceania, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. I don't really know much about the EU other than E bad.
Yeah, just the Fourth Reich, basically, run by Germany.
It's 1984 coming through is what the EU is.
Yeah.
Oh, because you know, in 1984 they have super states, right?
Yep.
Oceania, Eurasia, and stuff like that. Well, that's what the EU is. It's one of them. It's 1984 coming through. But it's comments on abortion law, having previously said he was in favour of reducing the legal limit from 24 to 12 weeks, risk sparking a fresh backlash. It shouldn't, but there you go. Because I'm asking, if an MP put forward the legislation to cut time on abortion, would you vote to do that? And the point, well, how I voted because, well, how I voted before is a matter of public record. I think you should have answered that question properly, but you know, politician, they don't know how to answer questions. I used to be very clear that as Prime Minister, I wouldn't seek to change the law. Health Secretary. Well, he's weak then, isn't he? It was not possible. He would have tried to change the law. Yeah, my sister was yapping at me on the phone. She was partner, saw the tape properly. My tech is getting ghetto. My tech is ghetto. Yeah. So was my laptop, so not the only one.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks being poor, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Sure does.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
As you say, I've been very clear that Prime Minister, I wouldn't see the other that. I vote in any future members' bill, it would be a matter of consensus. And I have to see what is in the bill before I make that decision. I want to have a look at what I'd have to look at what that bill was. But I think for people watching this program, what I want to know is if the PM recognises that this is a free vote matter, which I wouldn't see to change the law. Well, obviously it should be a free vote matter, but just answer your fucking question, you think. Meanwhile, Hunt said the personality of the next Prime Minister would be crucial for the outcome of negotiations with Brussels to get a new Brexit deal. Can we just fucking leave? Can we just leave, please? I'm fucking bored of this fucking thing. Can we just fucking leave? But for once, I want to change that deal, and the judgment is who is the person we trust as PM to go to Brussels and bring back that deal, he said. But the rest of it is just fucking Brexit, isn't it? Yep. Apparently Brexit's bored me to death, so really
What the fuck does Brexit have to do with abortion?
nothing, it's just bad the article out. Nothing, it's just that's just how they bad the article out.
Wow, they're awesome. You know what? We need some extra words to get paid. Let's just throw Brexit randomly in there.
I mean, because I know the guys are running to be the next Prime Minister.
Great.
So they're talking about his opponent, saying they need a strong leader for Brexit and all that kind of thing, but still.
So his credentials are Brexit and baby killer. Good job.
Well, not Billy Baby Killer, because he said he was a supporter of actually halving it from 24 weeks to 12, so yeah.
Okay, so, all right, well, those are pretty good credentials then. Not baby killer. I like those.
So yeah, I would support that. Well, the stream's been very dead tonight, isn't it?
I think everyone's is, to be honest. I've noticed the last couple of hours.
See what you mean, just smell that fag. I'm not sorry about a cat because, you know, well, cats survive in time, 35-minute cycle in washing machine after climbing in for a nap.
That's pretty funny, though. That's alright.
Not for the cat, it wasn't.
That's alright.
sounds good.
It's not like they did it on purpose.
No, I mean they can't climb in there.
Yeah.
Like one accord. Really, it's a. A hardy cat survived an entire 35 minutes cycle after climbing into its family's washing machine for an hour.
And it came out so fluffy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty tough cat, though.
Oh yeah.
Kitty.
That is a tough cat.
I wouldn't survive that. If I went in one of those fucking giant washing machines and went in one of them, I'd probably die if I went in one of them.
You heard the word kitty. Hi, Chloe.
So, I think that we know what this story is about. I know what it's been done. Yeah, one Felix emerged soaking but alive after the unexpected bath in his home in St. Paul, Minnesota last week. Owner Stefani Carl spotted the chicken and cat's paw emerging out of a pile of clothes and rushed into a local vet. Felix was blinded by the incident and left with pneumonia from the amount of water in his lungs. He was also covered with bruises. Happily, he was now beginning to recover. I can see as well as eat. Well, that's good.
Wait, so that's a cat that got stuck in a washing machine?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it lived.
Did he go through the
Yeah,
dryer
Fluffy
cycle
went
too?
for the spin cycle.
Yeah.
He was in there for over half an hour and he survived. Looking fair play. The kitty is still on oxygen and
The
so
cat
far
went for the dryer cycle too.
The kitty is still on oxygen and has so far run up $7,000 of medical bills.
Damn.
Remember that Bugs Bunny cartoon where they put the one of the cartoon characters in the washer and then they dry and they come out and they're floating because they're so fluffy? No? Okay.
Why does this story remind me of that that Asian commercial that got busted for being very racist? They put a black guy in the washing machine and an Asian dude came out.
Yeah, I've seen that. Carol Carson says he's usually vigilant about checking if free cats aren't in the washing machine before using it. Chicken Animal Lover told she and I have been shocked for the last few days. I mean, this is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. Well, yeah, I imagine it would be. You just fucking put your cat in the washing machine.
No, technically the cat put itself in the washing machine, right?
Yeah, but so. Yeah, you would be having someone do that to Chloe.
Yeah, well, luckily the washing machines are on the second floor. She's not going to be having a nap in one of them.
I can imagine a sopping wet cat just walking around on the ground after the cycle, like, fuck.
It would not be happy, would it?
I've had better ideas.
Oh, damn.
It reminds me of the episode. Reminds me of Beavis Bad episode of Washing the Dog. Carol Carson works as a.
You think that every time she turns on the washing machine now, the cat runs and hides from post-traumatic stress disorder?
Probably. Wouldn't you, though? I mean, I think, to be honest, I think if you went into the washing machine, you'd probably die.
Probably. Or, like, the cat's afraid of sweaters now because every time it sees a piece of laundry, it reminds itself of its terrible experience.
I think it's a pretty tough cat, though, because I remember seeing a fucking episode, like, I think it was 1,000 Ways to Die. Some guy went in a fucking giant industrial washing machine and he died. Like, he was in bits.
Yeah, and Chloe, you're not very buoyant, so you totally would have been screwed. And I
Let's
wouldn't
go.
have $7,000 to pay for your medical bill. So guess what? You would have gone to heaven even if you did survive that.
Gascon works as a pet grooming salon in his own counts for 11 years. She also works at a local wildlife rehabilitation centre and says Felix Rushworth's death has galvanised her right to battle for even more animal rights. She explained, it's given me a reason to fight harder for animals and their well-being. Yeah. You didn't used to adopt animals, didn't you, Blind Girl?
Yes, I used to work in animal rescue.
Yeah, why did you give it up? Did you just give it up because couldn't afford to do it anymore?
I didn't. One, I couldn't afford to do it. Two, I had children, so I couldn't risk a strange animal biting them. And three, I got sick. And four, it's like really depressing.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't be a vet, man. I reckon vets commit suicide more than any other job on the planet. It's because you got to put down animals all day long. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I'm about to start supporting euthanasia for my cat because she's eating my purse.
Why
Bloody
do you
cats.
start eating the purse then?
You know, she's just fucking, she's fucking eating my purse, god damn it.
Why do you
Like-
start doing that then?
Okay, 1 sec. Okay, there we go. Look. She's just fucking making, oh, now you're just looking at stuff. She was making love to my purse. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, good. Yeah, you run away, you cunt. Look what you did to my couch. I feel like late-term abortion for cats is still an option. Because look what you did to my beautiful couch. You shameless cunt.
Oh, well,
Don't fucking ignore me.
you don't adopt it then, should you?
Oh, just throw off the balcony.
Exactly, right? Like, animals should fly for that.
Anti-vaxxers are blamed for spiking whooping cough as officials figures show. Cases of the contagious infection are 27% higher than last year.
Wonder how that happened.
Oh, anti-vaxxers, that's why.
Oh.
Whooping cough appears to be making an resurgence across England and Wales as official data reveals the infection is on the rise. Government statistics show 1,596 cases of Chadwick.
Chadwick.
What part is this?
Hey, Chadwick.
Reported for this so far this year. In comparison, just 2,033 cases have been reported at the same point last year, according to Public Health England. Experts blame the rising number of cases on the growing anti-vaccination sentiments and a relatively new jab being less effective than its predecessor. Whooping cough common in the 1940s before the vaccine was developed. It's serious and can kill children. But in most cases, the infection is known for being extremely contagious. Just because it's a cough that can last for months. It's hard. I want to go back to bed. Well, that sucks. Anyway, PHE's data. Public Health England was keen to point out in the 2018 was a low year for whooping cough. However, PHE's data reveals cases in 2018 were still higher than they were before 2012. It's the worst year since 1990, which had 6,527 cases. Cases have yet to die down to levels seen before that. For example, there were 600,216 cases between 2005 and 2011. And the figure was over 25,000 between 2018 and 2012. The average cases per year has risen fourfold over the year. Over the 7-year period from 888 to of the 3,000. PHA, he also explained cases of whooping cough tend to spike every 3 to 4 years because infection is naturally cycled. And 100,000 cases of lung infection were reported every year in the 1940s before the vaccine was developed. Cases were brought under the 3,000 mark by 1995 and was kept under control until 2012. Also, there weren't cases of whooping cough in the US since 1995. Mm-hmm. You guys there was worse on record, with just 405 cases have been reported for the entire year. By comparison, the body had already notified of 406 cases by week 8 of 2019, towards the end of February. Well, it's going to have a on it. Basically, just vaccinate your kids. That's it. Vaccinate your fucking kids.
Seagulls agree with you.
Yeah, so they don't end up fucking having whooping cough. Or just die. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, burglar woke up homeowner to ask them for sex. Refused to leave when she said no. Benjamin Wild was high on cocaine while raiding the victim's house. When he tapped her on the head and asked if she found him attractive. A cooked-up burglar woke up one of his victims to ask if she wanted to have sex, then refused to leave after she turned him down. A court heard. Convicted criminal Benjamin Wild, 19, was raiding the victim's house during a mini crime spree on the 4th of May of this year. When he was found standing over her as she woke from the sofa. Pretty fucking creepy, that, isn't it?
Jeez. Yep. Well, I wouldn't really call him a man. I mean, he's 19, but it sounds like a very confused boy.
She can say no. Yeah, she can say no. Well, she did say no. Wild tapped her on the head. Sex, but not to being robbed. Yeah. Well, she could say no to being robbed, but she could just rob him anyway. Well, tapped on her head and asked him if she wanted to go to bed with him before asking if she found him attractive and adding he was in fact sexy. He refused to leave after she turned down his request for sex, with family members waking up to find him in the house. Wild was eventually forced to leave the house. He managed to leave with the door key. If this was in America, he'd get shot. You like, you know? I mean, he wouldn't get away with this shit in America. I mean, he'd even be shot by now. Judge James Sampson sent Wild to youth custody for 27 months for the worrying, frightening, and bizarre burglary in Wendover Drive, Aspie, Nottinghamshire. Concurrent sentences passed for common assault after tapping the woman on the head. I said the common assault's a bit harsh for tapping someone on the head. I mean, come on. Under 3 attempted burglaries as Nottingham Live reports. It does say that Nottingham Crown Court, you entered upon what can only be described as a mini crime spree in the early hours of the 4th of May this year. You've not been long out of prison. People are entitled to feel safe in their own home. You invaded their privacy or attempted to do so. The trauma of your victims is very real indeed. I got heard of 19-year-old Wild who already has 17 convictions. Fucking hell. 17 fucking convictions.
Only 19
Put
as
his
well.
ass under the jail at this point.
Okay, put this fucking guy in jail, man, for at least a few years. And 33 offences on his head. Tried to burgle a 3-bedroom house in West State Avenue. The resident was woken up by his dog barking at 7:45 a.m. and heard the door slam. He ran outside, saw Wild further up the street, and asked him if he'd been trying to get in. The defendant said he hadn't, said Katrina Wilson prosecuting. Well said he went out with his friend to see his grandfather and claimed he saw a number of males running away from the address. Another attempted break-in happened in Ladbroke Crescent when Wildwoods of Hawksley Court. Daybrook tried to lock the door of the house. The household of sat on the sofa with children swat Wild trying to handle the car outside. When Wild tried the other hand in the car, he then attempted to open the door of another house in Westfield Avenue. Estate Avenue, sorry. No penalty was given. We tried to open the locked doors of cars. The car had been locked up in January after dangerously driving dangerously had not long been released. Chris Boone, mitigating, said he was under the influence of alcohol and cocaine at the time of the offences because you really couldn't think of anything else to say, could you? Let's be honest here. That's
He should have partied with that guy. He should have partied with that guy who killed his wife.
Yeah, he would have had a great time. Really, I still don't get a dislike on this stream. That's the same guy. Anyway, we move on to something wholesome. Because, you know, getting to the end of the stream now, we like to be wholesome near the end of our streams. At least on mine, anyway. Community helps out homeless employee after woman attempts to shame him on Facebook. McDonald's employee, I should say. A woman's social media post about McDonald's employee sleeping in the street, sleeping inside the restaurant recently went viral. It's not for the reason she expected. This was taken in Fayette County McDonald's in Georgia. Originally meant to shame McDonald's location for not taking action against the employee's behavior. After the photo was uploaded, incels don't say no to sex. Yeah, they don't, they just can't get sex. There's a difference. However, it's homeless and just resting between shifts. Simon Childs was initially hurt when he found out the photo was shared. WSB2 reports. The 21-year-old father who told the other he's been having a tough time since his mother passed away. It's the kind of hard to see my picture up there, you know, he said. I thought it was something negative and nobody would care about it. The woman who shared the picture reportedly posted it on a private Facebook group with the caption, "Just another reason to leave Fayetteville." I don't know. I was in McDonald's in the middle of a town and saw the guy sleeping in the booth. I got on telling an employee that someone was asleep in their booth, and the response was, "Oh yeah, we know he's okay. We know it's okay." I said, "Not really, but whatever." But the photo got a big reaction after it worked out in the child's favour. Some local residents who learned of child's story decided to help out. They arranged donations of diaper supplies for his clothes for his son. People even donated hotel rooms. A local restaurateur, Lawrence Childs, a car. He changed my life in a couple of days, Childs told WSB2. The reporter for WSB2 spoke to the woman who originally posted to Facebook, who claimed she didn't intend to shame anyone when posted the image to a private group. Well, at least something good came out of that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's good.
you know, they help the man out. Give him some stuff.
Stuff is good.
Tom, I'd never offer to you.
Sorry, mate.
I don't know, you thought you were bisexual.
What's that?
Yeah, but I'm still married.
Uber driver branded a moron after driving into the train station. A taxi driver drove into the train station after a passenger threatened him. Police have said. Planning photo of the Toyota Prius inside the parking station in East London made some think of a Uber driver who got lost on one of their trips. Even for the details that revealed, the Uber driver was branded a brainless moron online. Some people even blame Transport for London for giving out private hire permits to anyone and everyone. But the British Transport Police said the driver was being threatened by his passenger and drove in, going across the fear for his own safety. A British Transport Police spokesperson did not say what happened, but the passenger confirms no arrests have been made. Instead, at 12:25 yesterday, officers were called to the parking station to reports of a taxi being driven and parked on a station concourse. Upon arrival, it was reported that the driver of the taxi had been threatened by his passenger for fearing for his own safety. They drove the vessel and slowly into the station. No arrests have been made. Maybe we should go somewhere else. Maybe we should kick them out of the car or something. Then I don't know.
Well, at least it was a small enough car to where it fit.
Damn.
So they usually have barriers to stop things like that from happening. So you don't like just fucking dive into. So the partnership open to mixed sex couples in Scotland. Heterosexual couples will now be able to tie the knot in civil partnerships under new Scottish government plans. But this is pointless, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just
I
really
guess.
ends the marriage.
It, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, considering the partnership is like one of the most common things to say, or one of the most common arguments to use or used to say, or to be against gay marriage. Well, why don't you just enter into a civil partnership? Well, at least that kind of opens it up and can say actually it's actually fair.
It means mixed sex partners will have the same choices of marriage or civil partnerships as same sex couples. But there's really much of a difference, though.
Not really.
Like, what's the main difference? I feel like it's the same thing under a different name, isn't it? Really?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I guess one's more religious thing, the other one isn't. I mean, that's all I can think of. Decision follows a ruling by the Supreme Court last year, which found the existing UK law went against the European Convention on Human Rights on Equality grounds. The bill will be introduced to the Scottish Parliament in autumn. A consolidation on the issue was launched last September. It will be considered either banning further civil partnerships or opening them to the opposite sex couples. I think considering all 480 responses, ministers decided to make the partnerships which offer the same legal and financial protection as marriage available to everyone. So it's fucking pointless, isn't it? Just get fucking married.
Well, because marriage technically already has a definition, and people that try to change that definition just because, like, why don't you just call it a civil union? Why does it have to be the exact same word that's defined as something different?
But it says it offers the same protection legally as marriage does.
Well, yes,
Same
but
thing
marriage
under the law.
has its own English definition, so it's the same unity, just a new word, because the old definition is still marriage between a man and a woman, and obviously gay marriage is not that, so you kind of need a new word.
But they're allowing this for straight couples as well.
Well, then that's retarded.
They're saying that straight couples should have the same rights as gay couples, and then they should both have the right to either have marriage or civil
Now
partnership.
I feel like that's just a fucking troll.
Nah, it sounds like someone that's really woke and they just want to get with the times because they think
But
it's
this is
cool.
fucking stupid, then, isn't it? Really.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bunch of morons.
Surely on some of them that this cabinet secretary for social security and older people said it was groundbreaking change for Scotland. Is it really?
You guys are groundbreaking.
Yes. We're also the first country to recognise the third gender as well. We're also the
Yeah,
first
thanks,
country to.
Scotland. Thanks a lot, Scotland.
We're also the first
Oi!
one.
Chromosomes control what gender you are, and there's only 2 sets of chromosomes. Technically, there are others, but those are so rare that they don't count.
Yeah, it
Thanks
does
a
go.
lot, Scotland, for being so woke you get to annoy the rest of the world. Thank you so much.
And we're also the first country in the world to put LGBTQ across the entire curriculum and skills starting from the age of 5.
Fuck you,
Jesus
Scotland.
Christ. Yeah.
We fucking suck. We'll be providing people the option to enter into a legally recognized relationship which reflects their own personal views, she added.
Maybe they're atheists and they're just being all technical and shit.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why they want this.
A marriage doesn't have to be in a church, though, does it? It can be where the fuck you want it to be, technically.
Yeah, but, you know, maybe they're just anal atheists, as I like to call them.
We wanted to ensure all voices were heard in regard to the future of civil partnership in Scotland. We've listened very carefully to the views of respondents in the consultation. This is about ensuring we are compatible with the European human rights law and creating an inclusive and fairer Scotland, which promotes equality and choice of human race for everyone.
Gotta be compatible.
Of course you do. Following the Supreme Court ruling in favour of campaigners Rebecca Steinfeld and Charles Galen, last year the UK government has also extended plans to extend civil partnerships to heterosexual couples. I think it's one of those things Scotland wants to just do it first. I was like, oh,
It seems like it, doesn't it? Let's be the first ones to do this.
Feel
No, it
like
did.
somebody in Scotland gets drunk and that's how things get.
no, they're like, oh, we're the first in the UK to fucking introduce gay marriage. We're the first in the UK to fucking. We like to be the first in the UK to do absolutely fucking pointless and shit stuff, it seems.
I blame Iron Brew. That's what happened.
No, Iron Brew's great.
Exactly, that's the problem. You're drinking so much Iron Brew, you're getting iron woke fuck. God damn it. Must be something in it.
The Scottish government announced its welcome campaign groups, including the Humanist Society of Scotland. Chief Executive Fraser Sutherland said, "It's disappointing that it took a couple to lodge a legal challenge with the Supreme Court to force this issue. Was this really much of an issue? I mean, can you just get fucking married? Like, really? I'm pretty sure humanist marriage exists, doesn't it? Like, humanist funerals exist. I've been to one. Like, sure, you think it's not as common for guys to say no. I love the gays now. We'll be able to offer couples the choice of legal marriage or civil partnership. And we look forward to carrying the first of these opposite-sex civil partnerships in months to come. Civil partnerships became available to same-sex couples in 2005. Since the law change allowed of same-sex marriage 5 years ago, the number of partnerships in Scotland dropped from 146 to 64 in the following year. So it wasn't much of an issue to begin with. Fuck my own country. Anyway, there's a blind trucking link available here.
Yep.
All right, real fast. I just tweeted a question. Can you all help me share it? I want an answer. You either XX or XY. Where's the third gender?
I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to answer that question because I don't know the answer.
There is no answer. You can try saying there's some people that are triple X, but I heard of one that says
in front of your
no.
triple X. I've seen the stuff you vote.
No,
No, he's
I'm
not.
rated triple. Actually, I'm like quadruple X. Actually,
I was gonna.
technically, you're
Yeah.
supposed to be 50 years or older to see the shit I show. Well, yeah, I've heard of someone that is triple X, and they refuse to be called a third gender.
XYX is the third. Well, there is no third.
Well, then I guess that'd be a fourth. But
No, Big Dose
Most-
XYX is the third.
it's like, it's like a small, very small, basically in, you know, the percentage of Native American that Warren person was, like 0.000002. That's probably the population of the people with 3 chromosomes.
Probably. Anyway, chill.
Oh. Live stream every Wednesday.
Yeah, sub the Green Thunder. Haven't already subbed. Trucker.
Pumpkin Trucker Channel, almost daily dash cams, starting back up Thursday morning, going to Springfield, Pennsylvania.
That's because it's his day off.
Oh,
tomorrow.
shit.
Yeah, I'd say I'm spending tomorrow with my son, but I'm too broke. I can't go home.
Aw.
Not the first time.
Oh, donate to streamlabs.com/trucking pumpkin trucker and yeah. Come and get home. Yeah, head over here in about 28 minutes, I think. Yep, 28 minutes. If you said that some of the fucking Vizaris and wasn't one of us.
Oh, crap.
Fucking hell. What the fuck? What? Yeah. All hell be well. Don't piss on the shower curtain. You're all a bunch of cunts. Goodbye.